Hello. What is up, Clackers, Care, homies, as well as the Mechs on Deck fam? Thank you for the follows. Brez, thank you for the 9-month sub. Welcome, guys. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Keebs. You are a beautiful bearded man. Thank you, Clagarton. Lang's here. Who else here? 2020 was here. Derbs, Hero-san, Teehee Tummy Tums. That's an amazing name.
Take it on.
Booty Patootie. Thank you for the follow, Booty Patootie. Up in Smoke 00. Mr. Keebs with the 10-month sub. Thank you. It's Doodle Bob. So, she's been on stream a couple times. Obviously, she was on the 24-hour stream. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I'm going to move this... Whoop, just moving random stuff. I'm going to move this up here for today. So, yeah, we're going to just figure to have her hang out. It's a little special stream. For those who don't know, we are doing the Clackers Care like 39-hour train stream. It's kind of insane. So big thanks to Visionaire for setting this up. For those who do not know, the Clackers Care is a fundraiser. It is going to be helping with Direct Relief, which is an amazing charity that helps the front lines of COVID, fighting off COVID. Face cam's looking great today. Thanks, man. Boy howdy. So yeah, we've got a really cool build. We're going to be talking about my amazing wife and her venture into keyboards, as well as someone very special to us. So thank you guys for showing up. Sayoshi, what's up? Jack Wu-Tang, welcome. Rob27 Shred. Yeah, Visionaire is definitely a... Visionaire is absolutely a legend for this. So I like the diva art in the background. Thank you. That's hers. So this is Doodle Bob.
What's up?
So she might be a little quiet because I don't have this 100% set up for 2 people. But we will do our best. So how is the audio to music, by the way? Pause for dramatic effect. Clean, good, Gucci, awesome, awesome. So we got cool thing. I want to give is Dixie Mech in the chat because I want to give him like the greatest shout out ever. Can you grab the? So for those who don't know, during the 24-hour stream, we lost one of our best friends, Squid. His picture is right here.
He's the black one.
He's the black one. It was very tough. If I was kind of in and out Dixie Mech, hello. It's a little hard to talk about, but unfortunately he ate something that did not sit well, and he had to have 2 emergency surgeries. And unfortunately, it was a little bit too much, and we got the news during the 24-hour stream right towards the end. So I want to thank everybody for sending very kind words. So it was a very tough week. Thank you for your patience with Mechs on Deck. Eric and I spoke on Sunday night, and we just, I just said I want to be at 100% always, and we needed some time. And but I really wanted to give a special shout out to Dixie Mech, who sent us these amazing flowers, and they smell great. They smell much better than Novelty's cream switches. So, but thank you.
Thank you, Dixie. It literally made me cry, so I appreciate you.
So this, I cannot thank you enough. I know that he would love to smell these, and then he'd probably walk away because anything that smelled good, he didn't really like the smell of. But thank you very, very much. So it means the world to us.
Ooh, well, howdy.
So, and then guys, the DMs that I got, it was very moving, and everybody's been very patient and very nice and loving, and this community is.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, you all right? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're a little squished over here.
It's, we're not really meant for 2. It's not really built for 2 people, but we're making it work. We're getting all nice and cozy. So, but yeah, Dixie, guys, shout out to Dixie. Throw some red hearts in the chat if you can for Dixie. That good old Southern hospitality. So, Grindbox is here. What's up? How we doing? Archetype. Hello, hello. All the hearts for Dixie.
I like the penguin.
The penguin heart.
It's cute.
Thank you, Nefarious Mensch. Very much appreciate it. So we're just going to keep this good feel train going. We're probably going to tell some stories about Squid. And yeah, we're going to also talk about the charity. So guys, please, if you can, I know this is a very tough time for a lot of you. More penguins.
It's like,
he did kind of look like a penguin. A little bit. But if you guys have, even $5 helps. There are definitely people that are less fortunate than us fighting for their lives against this terrible pandemic. And every single dollar goes towards helping. I can't get over these emotes.
Count it.
Cool Cows Games, thank you for the 25 bits, and earlier the 10 bits. I did miss that. If you guys, if you're struggling, please, just watching and supporting is fantastic. But if you have, if you're thinking about getting a large drink, maybe go for a medium, and just donate a couple dollars. We got the tracker up here. We're already at 1,080, and we're only on the 3rd of 9 streamers. I believe it's the 3rd. I could be wrong. My apologies if I am. But thank you guys.
I was looking for the tracker. I was like, where is it?
The tracker's inside the computer. So, penguin droppings. Hello, hello. So, we're going to, today, we are building an OSA, which is an open source Alice. I'd show a pre-built one off, but I actually disassembled mine. Rick, for the $50 donation, to direct relief. Pour one out for Squid. Absolutely. Squid is an amazing dog. He's a beautiful dog. Thank you, Rick, for your donation. So, but yeah, we've got an OSA. It's an Alice style board. It's got a brass plate. It's custom Cerakoted. We're going to show it off here in just a moment. It is for a friend of mine. It is not for me. But Metal Chuck donated $100 to direct relief. Congrats, man! All you guys already. You know, so we're at 150, I believe, for this stream so far. Nathan Alphaman, what's up? What's up? Check out the Evolve, guys, if you have not yet. Metal Chuck, let's go. Metal Chuck. This board is actually for Metal Chuck. It's been a minute since he's been able to get his hands on it, but we're going to get this board in his hands as fast as possible, and you know, built. So let's switch to this Nefarious Mensch. So and guys, real quick, this is just something we've been carrying around. This was Squid's favorite toy, a little shark.
Very well loved.
Very well loved. He loved tug of war, and he also loved tearing toys apart.
It used to have 2 fins.
Two complete fins. It has about about half of one. Gundam Cheese. Thank you for the hearts. Is that Moto? It is Moto. This is Moto with some awesome keycaps. I've got the allegedly bear from the 420 sale. The Jam Jams from the Quarantine on Deck, and a Lurv, the tiny Prime Caps Lurv. So probably the 3 of my favorite artisan things. Are you a teacher? We are both teachers. So, well, I don't want to give too much away.
Oh, howdy.
Excuse me. But yeah. So let's move this out of the way and show off the board. Why don't you unwrap it?
Okay. Oh god, it's so heavy. Never ends.
Do I find any added value using a wooden wrist rest? What do you mean added value? Like compared to like a resin one? Bean Lover 425, welcome. I'd get detention just to see you type that detention. In your comfort, I like it. I've got bad wrists. Just terrible in general, so. If you are, technically if you're resting your wrist, you're not typing ergonomically. Correct.
Can confirm.
But, Sayoshi, thank you for the $20 to direct relief. Thank you, man. So, this is, here, we're going to hide us for a second. This is the OSA. How does one obtain this Alice board? This was a private buy. And this is a custom Cerakoted. Wrist rest is bad for you. I wouldn't say it's really bad. It's just not promoting good posture and ergonomic health.
Yeah, but if you're sitting there playing a game or you're WASDing, are you really like worried about having that position? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Here's the back. He got number 7 of 20. Osiris has number 9. I have number 12. Looks great. I'm gonna put the bump-ons on first. Highly recommend. Donate $10. Why are we awake? Thank you, man. Thank you for the $10. 8,008 licious, absolutely.
Count it.
Ooh,
Squid
count.
1, Squid 2,
Cool
Squid 3,
Cows game.
Squid
Thank you
4,
for the
show
8 bits.
love 1, show 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 love 1.
How we doing? No bump-ons? Oh, okay. Chuck hates bump-ons. No bump-ons. That is strange, Chuck. Stop. I am stopping. I have removed them. I will be honest, that is a request that I have never received, so my apologies. To each their own, absolutely. So, where'd that link to donate? I believe it's, I forget which command I put it in. It is !charity. So, well, and we'll get this cleaned up. It's kind of a, the brass can get a little fingerprinty, as you can see. I've literally touched this board like twice. One to take a picture and send it to Chuck, and the other to what you just saw. So, no bump-ons. Man. Chuck, you're throwing me curveballs, man. Let's go back. So, get this build underway. How is everybody doing? How is Mr. Keeb's stream? I tuned in for like 2 minutes, but then I realized I had to go over some stuff for the stream. Oh man, 5 bits. Thank you for what looks like Tangalas from Pokemon.
Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort 1, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush.
Fortnite.
Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort 1, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush, Fort Bush.
I'm gonna let that go.
Fort Bush, 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 Fort Bush. Fort 1, Fort 1, Fort Bush, Fort
Langlandia,
1,
thank you for
Fort
the
Llama,
$50
seems good one, seems good one,
donation.
seems good one. Seems good one, seems good one.
Oh, howdy.
Huge donations. Thank you guys very, very much.
Oh, howdy.
There was a Tangela. Dude, we played Scriblio last night as well.
Oh, howdy.
All right. What's up, Car291? What's going on?
Count it.
Where did I put my screwdriver? Right here. Japanese Horror Writer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. So, we're going to talk about Squid for a few minutes. So, for those who don't know, I have been married for almost 2 years to the lovely Doodlebob. Yeah. No. San Francisco was 1 year.
Yeah, you're right.
So coming up on 2 years of marriage, about 7.5, 8 years together. Sorry to hear about Squid. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But Doodlebob here actually had Squid, and he was, I don't even think he was one. He was either 1 or just turned 1 when I
you
met
met him when he was about 1.
So why don't you talk about meeting Squid?
You meeting him or me meeting him?
You may. We can talk about me meeting
No.
him. That's also.
Let me lean over so. When I was in college, I had a friend who, her landlady was looking to get rid of this dog, and in the town that I lived in, there was just one shelter, and it was a kill shelter. And so my friend was like, well, I can't keep him for that long. I already have 2 dogs. I'm just going to have to take him to the shelter. And I was like, oh, no, you're not. And when I first met him, it was around like Christmas. And she had like wrapping paper rolls at her house. And one of the first things I remember about Squid was he loved playing tug of war with the wrapping paper rolls. So like the first day I met him, we played tug of war with it, and it was so adorable, and I was just like, okay, this is gonna be my dog. And at the time I was living on campus, but then during the summers I would go home and like be at my mom's house, and I didn't even consider the fact that like I was gonna have to explain that to her. I was just like, we're getting this dog. So that's kind of how I ended up with them.
He's an adorable dog. Nathan Alphaman, thank you for the $50 donation to Direct Relief for the Clackers Care. So more squid stories to come. Just want to show off this PCB. Fantastic PCB. Designed by Blind Assassin. And I cannot pronounce his name, but starts with J. And just fantastic. I've built this PCB like 3 times now, I think. And love it. So I'm going to start on stabs while we, if I can remember where I put the stabs, somewhere on the table, while we talk more about squid. Someone said, how did squid get his name? By Rob27Shred.
People would ask me that a lot, and the answer is I don't really know. One of my friends, we were like,
when are the silent auctions?
We were sitting, I think we were at like a drive-in movie, and we were just sitting there like just trying to think of names for him, and my friend said Squiggy, and I was like, I don't like that, but it made me think of squid, and I don't know, it just kind of stuck.
So the first time I met Squid was actually, I remember it like it was yesterday. He was very young. He was 1. And I opened the door to her parents' house, and I was picking her up for probably our 2nd or 3rd date, and he just started sprinting and zooming around the house, just like he had the zoomies like super hard that day. And we always talk about that he likes to think that he knew that I was going to be his dad, his pupper dad.
It sounds silly, but I like to think that Squid knew before I knew.
So, and just an amazing dog. Who's a Disco Crocodile donated $25 to Direct Relief. Let's put COVID in the dirt. Fuck yeah. He could smell those pheromones. He was a derpy dog. He is a derpy dog. He is a... You know, if for anyone who ever met him, he had more personality than like any other dog I've met. We have an amazing dog, Howie. He is a half Chihuahua, half Pug. He's sleeping right now. Howie. He was in a deep sleep.
Come here. Come here.
When you guys get a sec, the command for the auction needs a hyphen added in the URL. I will look into that right now. This is here. Nope. Let me take it to face cam real quick. We can show off Howie, and I'm going to fix this Nightbot issue. So this is Howie. So we got Howie about a year, almost about 8 to 9 months after, about 6 months after we moved in together. So it's... And they were like best friends immediately.
Yeah, we went to just look at the shelter, and anybody who went to go just look at a shelter knows you don't do that. And we met Howie, and we just thought he was so cute, and we wanted to adopt him, but we had to see how he behaved with Squid. So we the next day we brought Squid to come meet Howie, and literally like they had this like little field in the back area. We literally put them both down, and they just started running laps with each other, and they were just like instantly, no joke, instantly best friends. So.
All right, someone check the auction link again. For if you guys don't know, there's a silent auction going on right now with some amazing artisans and keyboards and one-off keyboards. So if you guys, looks like it worked, I believe. Better, thanks. All right, cool. Glad we got that fixed. Someone asked earlier what stabs these are. These are, I'm getting sniffy. These are stabs from Novel Keys. They are Duroc stabs, I believe, is the correct name. They're sold out currently of the 2Us. So favorite memory with your dogs. There's so many. Definitely can't pick one, but we can pick a few.
Yeah.
So my favorite memory is before we got the shark. He had before we got the shark, his favorite toy was a little one of my family members went to the University of Kansas, and their mascot is a Jayhawk. And hold on real quick, gotta get the lamp. And he had this little Jayhawk toy, which is basically a cross between like a toucan and a chicken.
I always thought it was a toucan until like a week ago.
And he's very particular. Like if he goes to sleep, he needs to have the toy accessible to him. Maybe not right next to him, but at least accessible to him.
Whenever we would say to him, let's go to bed, he would go grab his toy and like march into the bedroom and just drop it on the floor.
So one night in the middle of the night, Jukesy, you have an awesome named dog. I just hear this scratching, and I look up, and I can't see anything, obviously because I'm blind without my glasses, as well as it's pitch black.
Well, it was totally dark, and we just hear scratching. We turn on our phone light.
So I turn on my phone light, and I look in the closet, and Squid is just sitting there in the closet by the clothes hamper. And we're like, what are you doing? And he's just kind of staring at us. And so we're like, all right, whatever. So we go back to bed, and then he keeps scratching. And I'm like, hey, stop, whatever. And
we kept we'd turn off the light, and it would be quiet for a few seconds, then he would start scratching. And then we'd turn on the light, and he would just freeze there. Like, what?
You just stare. And so he continues. So I'm like, all right, whatever, fine. So I walk over, and I look at the top of the hamper, and it's just dirty clothes. And I'm like, what do you want? And he literally, I had to empty the load of laundry onto the ground because his toy somehow had made it to the bottom of the dirty laundry. And he picks it up, walks out of the closet, drops it on the ground, hops up in bed, in my spot, of course, and goes to sleep.
He just needed to know it was there.
He's just like, I have to make sure that this is exactly where I have to have access to it. And he didn't have access to it. So that is a top 5 Squid memory for me.
Someone was asking how Howie is handling it. He's doing really rough the first couple days. He wasn't really eating, but he seems to be adjusting a little better now.
He's getting there.
We've been taking him for lots of walks, and he's been enjoying running around because Squid is very lazy. He didn't really like taking long walks, but Howie does, so he gets his long walks.
So, what about your favorite story?
Oh, we were telling a couple of our friends about this the other night. So Squid loves his water. He has to, I mean, not that we didn't get him water, but if the water bowl was empty ever for a second, he would let you know. And what he did at the apartment we're living in now is he would scratch the water bowl, and it's metal, so it would make this really loud sound, which definitely got our attention. But
it's probably somewhere on a VOD.
Yeah.
In the middle of the stream, somewhere.
But before we moved here, I don't know why he didn't do it here, but at our old apartment, if he wanted water and we didn't get him any, he would climb into the bathtub. But he's pretty small, so he would be able to like use the bath mat to jump into the bathtub, but then he wasn't able to get himself out because it was too slippery. So there was one day whenever I went into the bathroom to use the restroom and I closed the door and I heard like this clattering sound in the tub and I was like, oh my god, there's like, this is finally what everyone talks about. There's a murderer
going to get murdered
in my freaking tub. And I open up the shower curtain and Squid's just standing in the tub.
Just like,
and I
hello.
didn't know he was there and he's like, water please, thank you. We have a video of it too.
It's because that wasn't the only time he would go in there.
No, he anytime he was thirsty and didn't get water immediately, he'd just jump in the tub.
He liked to throw lots of fits.
Yes.
So his he did enjoy cheese, and anytime I would make steak, he would like throw a little fit or start drooling everywhere.
You should tell the steak story.
Oh god, he this was many years ago. I had a steak. Dogs are not our whole life, but they make our lives whole accurate. But I had a steak many years ago, and I ate it off of a paper plate, and usually I'll let them I'll give them a tiny piece, just something the size of their own dog food. Bye, Howie. There's a lint roller right there.
Howie likes to shed.
And so I'll typically let them give them a very tiny piece, and then I'll let them lick the juice at the end. But this particular time, it being a paper plate, he would oftentimes put his hand on the plate or something, because we'll let him if we have a fried egg or something, or a yolky egg, he loved the egg part, so we would let him lick that. He would stand on the plate so it wouldn't move.
He put his foot on it and just lick it.
And so he was standing on the plate, and we're like, all right, bud, whatever, calm down. And then we're kind of watching TV, and he's just in front of the coffee table, in between the coffee table and the TV, and we just hear this, and he had literally penned the paper down and was ripping the plate up so he could eat the stained part of the plate.
He was trying to eat the soap pieces of paper plate.
And we got it away from him, and let's just say he wasn't happy.
He put up a fight.
He put up a fight, and he threw a little hissy fit after. But yeah, that was... I don't think I've ever eaten steak off of a paper plate since then. So,
that makes me think of what he did with my plate.
The plate or the utensil?
The utensil. You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a time whenever we were...
It's pretty recent.
Yeah, not too long ago. We had eaten breakfast, and we had eaten, over easy eggs. And there was some yolk that was left on my plate, and a lot of the time I would put the plate on the floor and just let them lick it. And so there was a lot of yolk on the fork, too, and that's a pain in the ass to clean. So I was like, bonus, I'm just gonna let him lick the fork, and then I could just, easily clean it later. And so I put the plate and the fork on the ground, or on the floor, and he took the fork in his mouth and tried to run off this metal fork. He just tried to run off with it.
Such a dirt. Howie is currently chewing on his knee.
As he does.
So, I want to thank you guys. I see a lot of names that I recognize from the 24-hour stream. Unfortunately, it was a 22-hour and 9-minute stream. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I was not on my game as much as I wish I could have been. I know you guys understand, and I, am forever in your debt. We're going to make it up in some way, shape, or form. You know, I don't know. I'll be honest. I have no desire to do a 24-hour stream right now. Full disclosure, that was kind of hell to go through with the amount of stress of, you know, we had gotten multiple calls saying he was good and bad. So like figuring out and, you know, having to get up in the middle of a build to find out news. It's just, I mean, as you can imagine, it's stressful, but we'll figure it out. We still have a couple giveaways that we're going to do. So for those who don't know, Osiris is busy today. He's working some sort of like Comic-Con via Twitch. I'm terrible with the... Is my hair going crazy?
It's like in my face from the fan.
Some sort of Comic-Con through Twitch. I'm not 100%. I'm sure he'll fill you in Monday. HomeCon. Thank you, not Geo. So it's kind of like Comic-Con, but you get to meet voice actors and you pay, not voice actors, but just people involved in anything that you would see at a Comic-Con. Like video games and TV shows and stuff like that. And they're raising money for first responders. Very nice. So, and then you get to like go meet them and talk to them in a Zoom call or watch, you know, they'll stream. And so he is doing that. And, you know, we had talked extensively about whether or not I was going to continue to do this. And while, you know, this whole thing was set up by Visionaire about 2 months ago. We were approached about doing something fun. And while obviously lots of ideas came out, the best thing that this came out was one, it originally was not going to be a charity thing, and it turned into a charity thing, and I'm very happy that it did. We're getting to raise so much money for such an awesome cause. But the other thing it did is it brought a lot of keyboard streamers together, and just to have some open conversations about everything going on. So it's been a lot of fun. You know, we love, you know, some of our closest friends are the guys over at Top Clack. You know, we literally played video games with both Alex Odos and Top Clack last night. Apiary is a very close friend, of course. Mr. Keebs is always fun. I talk to Stash all the time. So Mr. Keebs rated us. So if you're still here for Mr. Keebs stream, thank you. And we are going to be raiding Stash Builds boards. So very excited to raid him as well. And so it's just this whole thing was set up beautifully, and like, oh, there he is, Stash in chat. Flexing on me with his camping artisans. We like didn't discuss it beforehand, and we both posted pictures with the same board and the same camping set. And they're actually, for if you're curious, it's actually the exact same space bars. Because I actually hooked him up with the space bars. So, but it's kind of funny that you know, no previous discussion about that, but stay tuned for that. We've got 001 Anthony. These are not in any order because I don't remember, but I know we have 001 Anthony, in my opinion, the godfather of my stream career. We've got both Jay and Quakems doing separate stuff and stuff together, I believe. Apiary, Mentorly, Stash. I know I'm forgetting one. I know we had Disco Crocodile on to start us off. Someone who I've just recently met. Quakems. 001 Anthony is the godfather of Keebs for me. He gave me the best advice when dealing with the Baka. Which news on that, by the way, here in a little bit. I am me, you are you. That's who I'm forgetting.
To me?
Yeah.
You haven't told me.
I told you about it.
Told me what? Well, I guess you don't want to see it.
Yeah, not yet. News to everybody. Leaks. Nothing is finalized with any pictures, but I will keep you updated. More to come on the Baka. Round 2 soon. So let's see. Put this up there. This whole time I thought it was 7 p.m. Central when it's Eastern. I had that exact same problem. Visionaire, it is in fact not a 65%, and get out. Although, chat, ready yourselves. Doodle Bob, what is your favorite keyboard layout?
Now, hold on. I never said my favorite. I said I prefer it over 60%.
So what do you prefer?
I, Doodle Bob, prefer a 65% layout over a 60%. It's gonna be okay.
It's tough, guys. It's tough. Baka 67. When you send stuff to Anthony, it's going to be the real inspection. Absolutely.
Putting me on blast.
I prefer TKL. Yeah, you know, it's okay. The fact that she is willing to share this weird hobby with me is enough for me. So, but I prefer TKL. You know, I'm really liking the 75%. Are you the only pleb that likes 60% with arrow keys? Man, I like my question mark.
I can get down with that. Maybe. Potentially.
But you lose question.
Yeah.
You'd have to, you could remap it easily, but I tried it, was not a fan.
Would try.
Laser 26, man, I am starting to really like the 75%. It's behind me. You might be able to reach it.
Don't worry about it.
Originally, you know, I started off, so it's not like my two least favorite layouts are 65% and 60% HHKB. And it's not because I just dislike the look, it's because I have used them and extensively. I have owned a Zephyr, I have owned a Tada. The Tada was actually my first keyboard, mechanical keyboard. And I used them both extensively, and I used an HHKB for a long time, and I just really wound up floating more towards 60%. So, and then I just meme the fact that, you know, people get really defensive about 60%, 65%, so I get very defensive against it. Aggressive, if you will. Liquid Sky Design. The Tada is a great board. For the price, it's one of the most unbeatable boards. In terms of price to performance, because you can put, you know, any switch you want in there, but it's fantastic if you're just getting started. Ortho 40%, my least favorite. I've never tried it. I have to watch what I say about orthos, or my friend Grindbox will come after, and Genly Bean will come after me. Layers on layers, Nubble. Hello, I am here from the Clackers Care event, total newbie. Galaxy Dynamite, how can I help you? I have some cool keyboards coming in, can't wait to start playing around with it. What did you get?
Oh, howdy.
I just want more nice hot swap PCBs. I'm too lazy to desolder when I try new switches. Fuck right, man. Hell yeah. Why do some people prefer tactile over clicky, and how do we fix their brains so they're defective anymore?
Ouch.
Ooh, I feel attacked.
Same.
I feel attacked. I love me a good tactile switch, but I don't need a clicky. But it is all preference.
This one hair.
Is it one hair?
Well, it just keeps going in my face. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What are your thoughts on the Singa specifically? Do you ever find it to feel too cramped? I do not find it to feel too cramped. I think I love it. It's my favorite 75% layout, when keyless. The when keyless 60 is my favorite layout of all time, probably behind this, or right in front of this. So I have really enjoyed it. I need to check the picture I was sent to match. We got one enter. No. Because I'm building this, but it's this layout. I'm using GAT inks at the moment. I've been using my Holy Pandas a lot more lately. Damn right. So, guys, ask Doodlebob keyboard questions. She has been, well, sitting next to me, listening to me talk about keyboards, and then talking at her about keyboards. And sometimes when it's not warranted, like if it's 2 in the morning and she's trying to sleep, and I'll just be talking about switches. Sorry. But yeah, ask her. She has opinions.
Oh, howdy.
Like 65% is being better than 60%.
Don't ask me questions I don't know.
I have 100 creeps coming in today and holding on to 80 blueberries for a build, but kale, speed, heavy navies are so satisfying. They are satisfying. Cream, make sure you take a big whiff. Ooh, fast 4. I
don't feel equipped to answer that question.
I can try. We can do like fast 2s.
You can help me.
I can help you do. We'll get there. All right, fast 4s.
What's my favorite switch? Well, I consider myself part of the Church of Zykos.
Hell yeah. I think this is correct, but I have to check it. So for those curious, Doodlebob actually tried Zykos. She was on my Zykos switches way before I ever got on them. I built them, and I was like kind of blown away, and I was just like, holy crap, I can't believe something like this worked out. Like, what is happening? And I was messaging Eric. I was like, you need to come try these switches. Like, this is fantastic. And so I put, it was in a tofu, a when keyless tofu. Are those dark stabs? They are. And I put the tofu in front of her. I was like, hey, I think you would like this, because she does not like linears. And she types on it for like 3 seconds, and she says, cool, thanks, and just grabs the board and puts it on her desk. So, and those switches would eventually go in the Fiel.
How many times has Chewy kept me up at night talking about keyboard stuff? I just go to sleep. I don't know. There are times, I won't lie though, where he'll start talking about something and I'll be like, listen, I love you, but you're losing me. Can you please stop?
That's Summit, was it? Summit Mount What's Your Point soon?
He talks at her, doesn't mean she's listening. True. I try to listen though, because I will say there are times when he starts talking to me about something and like explaining it to me, and I'm like, listen, I've heard you talk about this so many times. I already know. Like, you don't have to explain it to me. I remember specifically a time during one of the streams where, because my desk is like right over there, so I hear everything usually. And there was a time during one of the streams where someone was like, what's a Zyko? And like he starts reciting his like explanation, and I was literally mouthing along with him. I was like, I already know this.
Doing a 65 for your first solder board. Nice, dude. What board are you building? Alright. Gotta make sure that I get the right spacing.
So what does Cerakoted mean?
Cerakoted is a type of metal coating, most common with like handguns and like firearms. So it's a different type of coating. I'm not an expert on Cerakoting, but it's kind of like paint, but it sticks to metal more. That's about as best I can give you of an answer. I'm not an expert. Let's see. Pretty much I need 3 keyboards, 1 for work, 1 for home gaming, 1 for wireless to use, 1 on my computer sitting on the couch. For the office, I got Tokyo 60. I'm going to put Holy Pandas in them. Nice. She has Tokyo 60. For home gaming, KBD 56 Mark II. I'm going to assume that's 65 Mark II. And I'm going to put box jades in them.
Didn't I used to have those?
You still have them. Your rainbow.
Oh, it still has them? Yeah, I stopped using that board because I kind of lost my taste for the clicky ones.
It happens. Is that for... Wait, sorry. Is that for the plate or the case? I have no idea. Sorry, I missed that question. Cyrus is here. The toy. Yeah, the toy. Osiris, for those who don't know, also, Osiris and I lived together. So Osiris lived with Squid for about 1.5 years. And Squid absolutely loves Osiris. Although he probably loves our moderator, Willio70. He is like obsessed with Will.
Yeah,
I think because
he loves more than me.
Yeah, because Will will let him sit in his lap the entire time that he
So
is
do I,
over here,
but he likes Will's love more than mine.
Exactly. Chewie, are you planning on going to KeyCon? That is the plan. Type of ceramic, I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask about Cerakote. My apologies. Yep, absolutely. Oh, hold on. I need... Can I do this here? Give me just 1 second. Osiris, so... well, we'll do that. We'll do that Monday. Plate looks plain brass. It is.
Squid, good, sassy boy.
Absolutely.
That's true.
The plate is not Cerakoted. It is regular. Papado, like the restaurant, Clegarten.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
You've been there, haven't you?
It's fine. I haven't... if I'm gonna get fish, I'm gonna go to a place called... oh, crap. What's the name of it? No, my dad loves it. I keep wanting to say Fish Shack, but it's not.
like the Fish City or something
like
or
that.
Ocean City something. I don't know. I don't eat seafood, so.
Yeah, so shout outs, by the way. I was going to wait on it. I kind of, showed my hand. I was going to wait till Monday. I didn't want to announce this without Osiris, but he is in chat. Our friend Brez1623 is now a Twitch moderator. He has been here a lot. He has helped us a lot in chat. And so welcome him aboard. We had one of our moderators step down recently. Just very busy. So Brez, welcome to the Mechs on Deck team. Show Brez1623 some love. So in NOLA, nice. All right, let's test some stabs. Whoop. Just throwing keys on the ground. Shout out to Dixie for doing accent colored split space bars. Mega props.
What you got in there?
These are Gatoron laser switches.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that is.
It's a switch. It's a Mito run switch.
This is why I can't do a fast forward.
So, they're a solid linear switch. They're smooth. I lubed them this morning. 205 grade 0. Recolored inks. I guess my question, just because I don't know, so inks are technically, it's a different plastic because these inks are clear. Ooh, feel that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's linear, so I know it's not your favorite, but it's smooth.
I don't know what that means.
So let's go through your fast four. We can at least get the fourth one for sure.
So what is that exactly?
First
I
one.
know I've heard you guys do it a million times, but I usually don't listen to. I just listen to you. I don't listen to the stream because it's too echoey.
Taru for Brez, $16.23 donated. Solid, very solid. Thank you, Taru, for donating to Clackers Care and the Direct Relief Fund. Appreciate it. So, top 4 favorite switches, if you have a top 4.
Oh, howdy.
I mean, you know what I like, but obviously Zycos are my number 1. I like Holy Pandas.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy, Alhex.
Beyond that, I'm not sure. What do I like?
I think you like Zelios. I believe I remember you liking the feel of them.
I don't remember.
You like Box Jades, too.
Not as much anymore, though.
Yeah,
I used to.
true.
I don't really anymore. That's why I stopped using that board, because I think after trying out the Zycos and after trying out less clicky things, I was like, oh, I don't really like the clicky as much.
Do you want to get your board? Show it off?
Which one?
The Bauer.
Sure.
Oh, you alright?
You were just close over me.
Yeah, it's nice and snug.
Who is that?
Lightning Keyboards rating with 28 people. Welcome, Lightning Keyboards. Welcome to the Clackers
1 year.
Care stream. Frothy KK, the 1 year sub. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, Frothy KK. 1 year. I guess I didn't realize we're at 1 year. That's insane. In the membrane. So thank you, Frothy KK. I'm sure I've missed a couple other 1 year. But guys, if you don't know, Clackers Care is a charity stream amongst a bunch of different keyboard streamers raising money for the charity Direct Relief, which is helping the front lines of COVID response. Yeah, go bid on keyboards. Donate if you can. Help for a good cause. Maybe get something in return. Why not? Why not double down? So anyway, I'm just screwing in stabilizers. So this is her board. Not Geo donating $40. Thank you.
The wrong way. My sweet artisan. This is Frankie Lisa's, right?
Yes, it's the Prime Caps.
Prime
artisan.
Caps artisan.
Got the name written down somewhere, but it matches Tokyo Nights really well.
It does.
Wind Keel is not my preferred beautiful. It is not an albumin. But have you guys seen the 10 Mechanist just revealed? I did see it like 30 minutes before stream. Very excited. Yeah. Oh, it won't focus, so we'll show it. We'll show it on. You just Linused it. It's okay. We'll show it on that.
What, here?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see. I can't see.
There. Right. Lower it some. Right there. Boom. Very nice. It is a Model D. Excited for the TKL version he said might be coming. Hell yeah. Okay. Everyone see the new Key Colt booty. Let's real quick.
It's the good stuff.
That good shit. Tyler Durns with the 5 gifted subs. CYO, thank you very, very much. If you guys haven't checked out CYO, he makes artisans such as the Allegedly Bear. He is just released his interest check. If you want to post that, CYO, his interest check for 808 Boom and the upcoming Infinity set. So be sure to check that out. Very excited for that. Very excited for the artisans to come from that. And I will need a second to get in my drawers.
What, you need me to get up or
just scooch to the right. I just need to grab some stuff. And I got boom! Get that 808.
Yeah, I don't know as far as that's for the maybe.
Top 4 favorite boards.
Words? I don't know. I mean, I think the Bower's probably my favorite so far. But I feel like I can't accurately answer this question because I don't have as much experience. I think the first few things I had was me kind of figuring out what I like and don't like. And as much as I do like the Tokyo 60, I prefer the 65. Sorry, Dave.
It happens.
So that's the best I can do for a Fest 4 on that.
Although you did like the KBD 67 we looked at last night.
Yeah, but I feel like I shouldn't count ones that I haven't actually tried.
Fair. You can probably do the next one. Top 4 favorite keycap sets.
Well, once again, that's difficult because I don't have some of the ones that I think I'm going to really like, but I can go get one. That's one of my favorites.
I don't know if I answer this, but someone asked about my mouse. It is the Model D. I like the larger ergonomic set. It is only appropriate that I build an 8008 themed board. Whoops, sorry. With a little home sweet Dixie. Once again, shout out to Dixie for giving us this beautiful bouquet right here. It made us quite emotional before the stream. It showed up like 20 minutes before the stream, so. But anyway.
One of my favorite keycap sets. I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
It's from Drop. You
I
can,
don't
you
really
can
know
show
that.
it off like right here.
Oh.
This is, I call it the unicorn vomit board.
Very clicky.
So we can show its full potential. Well, is this Type C? No, it's Mini. Boom. Nice and rainbowy.
Sorry.
No, it's perfectly good. They are shine through legends as well, but this rainbow stood the test of time. The unicorn spacebar. You know, I was worried it might rub off, but you've used this a lot. Type test. We can do a type test with this later. This is the 5-degree acrylic. Sorry.
No, you're good. Other than that, I'm excited about the. Please tell me I'm saying this right. The GMK Midnight Rainbow.
Bing.
Okay. I'm excited about that one. And then I recently got, sorry, I don't remember the name. What's the name of the one that I like?
Infinity PB or Infinity Pastel Rainbow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
GMK Midnight Rainbow is coming up soon, designed by Jay of Top Clack, I believe. Can we see it? Someone link it for me. Brez, if you have a link. It's in interest check right now. It's coming soon. So
There are several that I've really been interested in lately, which is weird for me to say that. Because it was my first set that I bought for myself, and I also bought my first Artisans not too long ago, so
we got her.
got the Dwarf Factory, the succulent ones.
Let's get this heated up. Choo choo, absolutely.
But that's the best I can do on a.
You like Violet on Cream?
Is that the purple one that I was looking at? Is that the one that I like wanted to get but didn't?
Yeah, it was just you chose Pastel Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do for a passport.
Hooked. Good job on the dude. The resin, man, it's addicting. Too slow. That's all good, man. All right, it's his first hour. All right, Gio. His top 4 favorite foods. All right, actually, let's play a quick game.
Okay.
Grab me a sticky note, por favor.
Are you gonna try to guess?
I'm gonna try and guess them.
Are they here? Or?
Yeah, they're below the switch.
I don't even know what I mean, I know some of them, but like it'll be tough to like actually say. Is it like specific or just like
it's
general?
It's just general food. It doesn't have
like
you can,
not this food from this place, but just like food. Okay.
And my pens. Hold on. I'm gonna hit my mic. Sorry. Moderating on the phone, I imagine, is tough. So I'm gonna write what I think they are.
Well, I need to write? Well, I also don't need to write. I was gonna say I need to write mine. Let me think. I know you're gonna get the first one. It depends on how specific we're getting.
You can be as open to it as you want.
I need to think on this.
Okay. I'll flip that, and I'll
Let
ask.
me think on it.
I'll ask her not to. I know I got the first one right. So, what I'm doing build-wise, guys, if this is the first time, this is what I recommend. I'm actually going to put in one more. You put in some anchor switches. What that does is it's going to hold the plate to the PCB. It's going to align it and make it a lot easier for you to place your switches in after the fact. So you just take a few. I like to do the corners. I like to get the corners in as well. It just helps with the build overall. So this one's a little bit more difficult. I usually save that for the end. And so I just solder these and then I place the rest of the switches in. Link the music. This is Harris Heller on Spotify. Harris space Heller. He is a streamer on Twitch. So, you have your 4?
I was just like trying to go through it in my head.
Okay, all right, we'll flip it. No looking at the screen.
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Pressure!
Pressure! Do it right now!
Give me like one more minute.
Got it. Give me some time to get these anchor switches in.
I'm not usually right up here in the action.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the tiny fan I got you for your birthday?
Oh, it's down here. If you want to plug it in. Plug it in the front. There's that. Cable should be down here.
I feel like I can't think.
Here, this goes
What is
in.
it?
You can
Does
just
it go? Oh, is it USB? Where does it plug in?
should plug it right there. So I think the best way to do it, because if you want, or you can hold on to it. But watch Chewie break his wife's fingers live on
Where do you want me
stream.
to put it?
You just put it like in your face so that it blows it.
Beauty shots?
Yeah, here, let's.
Okay, I'm not looking, I promise. Here.
So guys, once again, I'm going to say this a bunch of times. Check out Clackers Care. Check out the website. This charity is such an awesome event. We've got so many more awesome streamers coming up in the next few days, next day and a half. People like Top Clack, Mentorly, I Am You Are You, Stash Builds Boards, 001 Anthony, Mentorly, just lots of awesome people. So be sure, if you can, spare a couple dollars. Please donate if you can to a great cause. There are some people that are just unfortunately not as able to fend off, and this has affected the world. It's everybody has been affected by the ongoing pandemic. So if you can, also, you know, do the silent auction if you want. If you're looking for something and you don't mind paying a little bit of a higher price, but you know all that money's going to charity, go ahead and look at the auction stuff as well.
Ready.
You ready? All right.
Ready.
This
Although
is-
I kind of have five that they're not really in any particular order.
All right. So this is my guess.
Kinda.
Chips and salsa, cheese, pizza, and noodles. That is my guess. We'll see how close we are.
Okay, chips and salsa is number one, which makes me think of that time we were playing catchphrase.
We play a lot of group games, 1v1, because we're not always in a group. And we play catchphrase, like 1v1. And yeah, that was the dumbest thing in the world.
He was trying to get me to guess chips and salsa, and we both know that chips and salsa is like my favorite food of all time. And he was like, "Your favorite food?" And I was like, what's my favorite food?"
What's my favorite food?
Because the timer was going, and I was just nervous. But yes, chips and salsa was my number one. And then,
I'm glad you were able to comprehend that. And you said salsa and chips
yes,
instead of chips and salsa.
whatever. You didn't write fries or cheese fries, which you wrote cheese.
I
But
did have
like,
cheese. I should have wrote. That's a mistake on my end.
And then I wrote mac and cheese / pasta.
I had
You
cheese
have
and noodles.
So, and then the last thing I wrote was anything with tomato and avocado, basically.
Yeah. Close.
Caprese salad.
So-
with avocado.
So I am very fortunate. My wife is an amazing.
Thanks, Osiris.
She does make the best salsa. My wife is an amazing cook. And not only is she an amazing cook, she also loves cooking. Most of the time, we don't eat out not because, oh, we really want something, as more as, oh, we've cooked 5 times this week. Let's take a break from dishes. But she really just enjoys cooking, which is amazing. And the best part is she's also amazing at cooking. So, like last night, she made cacio e pepe, and it was fucking amazing. You fucking crushed it.
Thank you. You helped.
I grated cheese.
Yes, you did. Hey, Chewy can make some mean breakfast.
I do make a mean breakfast sandwich. I do feel bad. The breakfast sandwich I made for the stream was rough. I was going through some shit. So, I'm gonna make one for Eric another time.
They're the best.
So,
Catch-yo pimp it.
Catch-yo pimp it.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude. Catch-yo pimp it. I don't make dinner that often. I make, like, sushi.
He makes good sushi. Flash 3D made the mac and cheese. Glad you liked it.
Hell yeah.
What changes did you make? I am curious.
Hell yeah. How do you even make sushi?
Sushis.
You just sushis and sashimis. What kind of sushi? It depends. Honestly, one of my favorite things to make right now is I do like a sushi. I call it a sushi salad, but it's kind of just like a sushi bowl. So you just make the rice, make the filling.
You do make good rolls, though.
I do make good rolls. I'll make, so my wife here, Doodlebop, is vegetarian. Which a common phrase that Osiris and I kick around is she makes meals that make you realize you don't need meat. You don't miss meat in the meals. And, you know, it's fantastic. So the sushi that she has, we try a lot of different stuff with lots of vegetables. What's the egg called?
I forgot what it's called. I can't remember the name of it because I found the recipe forever ago, but we've tried it where you like crack eggs. Please give onion curd. And you kind of strain them through so you it's like real thin and just like the yolks basically. And you like cook it on the pan really thin and like roll it up as you cook it with green onions, and then you put that in the sushi. Although here lately when we've made it, I've just put marinated tofu in it, or sometimes honestly I'll just do a bunch of vegetables. It's really good.
And one thing I learned from a buddy of mine who was a sous chef at a couple different restaurants, he doesn't add sugar to the sushi rice, and I stopped doing that and have really enjoyed it ever since. I feel like I've made my best sushi rice after I stopped adding sugar. So
Makes great sushi.
eggs over easy, paprika, minced garlic, a bit of shredded cheese,
Cheese crust.
toast on left butter pan. Enjoy. Hell yeah, dude.
Paprika on anything is the bomb. I put probably an absurd amount of it on a lot of things.
Can confirm. What is it? Yeah, because we do that. We also like one of our, you know, everybody's got a couple ghetto meals. Sushi rice, you add vinegar. Yes, it's just vinegar and salt.
But a lot of the vinegars also are like pre-seasoned and they have salt and sugar in them, so we just get the unseasoned one, just add salt.
Yeah. And so that's kind of, you know, and I don't want anyone to ever think like I eat meat when I want to. It's not like I don't get forced into it. Like I said, most of the time I don't really miss it. You know, if it's my birthday, I do make myself a nice steak. If the weather is nice, we'll make burgers on the grill. You know, and I'll make my burgers and she'll make her burgers. So it's...
Well, you make mine.
Yeah, well, I make both, but... no, but there are some awesome things that I would have never tried because you don't think about it. You know, most of the time, it makes you creative in how you make meals because most of the time it's just like meat, throw a vegetable in there. And...
Yep. Well, I became vegetarian my senior year of high school, and I I think, like, I kind of cooked at home before, but once I became vegetarian, that's when I really started enjoying cooking, and that's when I started getting way more creative and, like getting better at cooking, really. Honestly, I don't even really know how to cook meat because I didn't get into cooking until after I was already vegetarian, so.
I could use a tamale right now. I had been complaining to Doodlebop here probably all week, honestly. At least the last like 4 days. How much I've wanted Jimmy John's. Just really a good sub, but
Which, as a vegetarian, I don't get it.
And so we woke up a little late. We stayed up pretty late playing video games with very late with Odos and Langlandia and a lot of other people. So we woke up around 10 because I had to lube these switches and get the stream stuff set up. I missed it, but L. Thompson, thank you for the $28.77 donated to Direct Relief. Thank you. But we woke up kind of late and we're like, sometimes when we wake up too late, we just were like, let's just skip breakfast. I miss it.
For you, Osiris.
She does make this thing called the onion tart that is legendary.
It's very good. And it's like, you take a bunch of onions and caramelize them, and then, with butter, of course. And then you put it in a pie crust with cheese, like mozzarella cheese and eggs and a little bit of cream. And then you top it with Parmesan. And it's like a pie crust full of onions. It sounds kind of strange, but it's absolutely delicious. Like, we would make a whole, like, it's like a pie size. We'd make the whole thing, and whenever we all lived together, me, Osiris, and Dave, we would literally split it and like each eat a third of it.
And it would be like the first thing gone, and also like, why isn't there more?
Yeah.
Can you put your finger right here?
I think that's probably Osiris's favorite thing that I make. Correct me if I'm wrong, Osiris. Oh God, you're twisting my wrist. I can't hold it like this.
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
Is it this one?
I can hold it. Just let me.
All right, we're good now.
Flip it.
I just needed to mark it so it's easier. We got some bent pins.
Onion soup is bae. I agree. We like to make some French onion soup around here. So good. So I think Osiris has eaten that many times too.
Potato onion soup at Panera.
No, they had potato onion soup.
I want to say it has chicken broth, which is why you have it.
Probably, but I am a big fan of their tomato soup.
God, now I just want the Madeleines.
And their mac and cheese. Panera has delicious mac and cheese.
Although you've made Panera mac and cheese, and I think you've made it better.
Well, I don't know that I found like a copycat recipe, which is the basis of the jalapeno one too. It's kind of like a mix between three. But
hungry now, dude. Always. What is Panera? It's like a bread.
It's an overpriced
cafe.
Cafe, yeah. They have like paninis and salads and pasta and soup. It's like too expensive. It's like where white girls go to eat, but it's great.
So, before I get to soldering, we're going to take a very short break. I just need to use the restroom and stretch really quick. So we'll be right back, guys. Once again, check out, while I'm gone, check out the auction site. Check out the charity. Have you tried vegan cheesecake?
I have not, but I am on Reddit. I've seen several, like with cashews or other things like that, and definitely want to try. The problem is we can't keep cashews in this house. If I buy cashews for like anything, Dave will just snack on all of them. He loves cashews.
Love me some cashews. So guys, we'll be right back. Just quick bathroom break. Okay, now we're back. Whoops. Sorry, I usually mute it. Thank you, Stash. I usually mute it right before. Like whenever it's still muted. Mute. Still muted. Hold on. Better?
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 Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Hiro-san says, yes, we can. Stash, apparently. Okay, we're good. A lot of people saying yes. Okay. My apologies. That one's on me.
You didn't miss much.
You didn't miss much.
We're talking about how Chipotle is kind of meh, but their chips are delicious.
So Stash, thank you. So I've got news about the Baka. For those interested. The Baka, I got some updates about some stuff. Obviously, the world shut down, and that put the Baka off indefinitely. I don't have a timeline, but I am now planning to bring it back 100% with a couple changes. So I will pause after this. I will show off my Baka real quick, because there will be a couple changes. So for those wondering, this is the Baka side profile that I drew on like a piece of scrap paper that I really wanted. Giant brass weight, Baka 60. This is a custom Cerakoted one, but excuse me. So due to recent events and losing our dog, I have decided. Well, first and foremost, unfortunately, even after all of this, we did get hit with a relatively large vet bill. And while we've gotten crazy support through Mechs on Deck and all of that, it's still quite a large bill. And so I figured, well, a good way that I could help pay for this bill is to honor Squid in some way, shape, or form, and help cover some of those costs. And so I am renaming the Baka 60 the Squid 60. The overall design change is not going to change. The weight will say Squid 60. I will be redesigning what it says on the back of the weight. I have not talked about I haven't talked about polycarb yet, but the Squid 60 is going to we're going to redesign. I'm getting a couple people's designs for the weight. We're thinking about potentially going off of the shark. We're talking about, although a shark Squid 60 with a shark on it would be weird. You know, whether it's his dog tag or whatever, we're going to figure something out for him. And the money that goes from there will help pay for the vet bill. Just being very upfront about that. Any and all cash that I do wind up making off of that board will go to help pay for that, because unfortunately, you know, we were willing to go into massive debt for our dog, and unfortunately we wound up going into debt, and we're unable to. Can I show the board again? I can. Whoops, sorry. You okay? So the back is going to be redesigned. I'm not going to do serial numbers. It is a one keyless board. I am going to open up the 2U backspace. So other than that, I'll probably I don't know if I'll open up split right shift. But it would be a new run. I don't know all the details, but I want to memorialize him in one way or another. I don't know. The only one I do know is that I plan on doing a black board. It will definitely come in black because he was primarily black. I don't have all the details yet. Heine Bush is going to be providing the PCB for it. Blind Assassin was the designer. He also designed the OSA. When will this run? I don't know yet. We're double checking the PCBs, and then I just have to get some lead times and some prices and some final numbers, as well as redesigning the weight. It will be more than 300. It will be between $300 and $400. Hot swap PCB, it will not have. So this is a picture of Squid, by the way. Very cute.
It's the one we chose first.
So vendor, I don't know if I'm going to go through a vendor or if I'll go through myself, because I'd rather quality control for myself. So Heine will be providing the PCBs, though. I'll have a lot more details on it. But it will be between $300 and $400. Brass plate, brass weight. The board weight, there's 19 other people that own a Baka. The board weighs over 5 pounds. So it's a super heavy board, sandwich mount, fixed plate. It will now have the option for double backspace. I might even do a different plate type if I can get enough interest for that as well. So, but in the last week, that was just something that I would love to dual color. I have thought about getting because I want to personally have one that's going to be black on top and white on the bottom, because he had this really cute, as you can kind of see, he was black on top and white on the bottom. So I think I'm going to wind up picking up the kind of black on top, white on bottom, and just something to honor him. We're trying to find as many ways as we can. So add option group by form to donate towards vet bills. I'll think about that. I don't want to be too I don't want to be too forward in my please give me money. That's why I figured at least sell something that people can have and know that they helped. So I've talked about it with Blind Assassin. He's on board. I've talked about it with Heine Bush. He's on board. So Janky Render, I just came back. What happened to the doggy? So the dog, during the 24-hour stream, Hugh has donated $50 to direct relief. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you very much. Our dog passed away after having 2 surgeries last week. He passed away suddenly, and it's just been a tough week. So I am renaming the Baka 60 to the Squid 60, and so it will essentially be the same board with a different weight design. Thornkin, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. So more details. I'm gonna get some renders out soon, but he's the best moldy. You're wearing the same hoodie. So and then the proceeds or any money that I make from that will be going to pay off the vet bills specific to his surgeries and everything. Will I have a Windows key version? I don't know yet. It just depends. I don't plan on it because at this time, but it just kind of depends on how many people want it. So, but anyway, back to soldering. I do want to do a polycarb, but once again, it just depends on pricing and how many I want to make. I don't want to do too many boards, but I also don't want to I just don't want to I don't want to limit obviously how many, but I also know that I am one person, and while my wife helped me with the Bakas and stuff, there's only so much we can do. Osiris obviously would be, of course, willing to help, but the other thing too is we live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You're looking at the biggest room in the apartment. That's not a common area. So, well, that's not good. It's not terrible. What are the benefits of poly? Well, excuse me, let me back up real quick. So, one benefit is I believe that the sound is top notch. For those wondering, I noticed as I was putting this switch in that it is actually not 100% seated. So I'm actually, one thing for those who are curious, I'll get back to the benefits of poly in a second. But for those who are curious, sometimes if you need to desolder, it's better to add more solder so that it can suck everything up in one go. Yeah.
Osiris, are you still here?
Howdy.
Did you find a picture?
Yeah. Well, no. But I just don't know if he's still here, but I just wanted him to see this if he is from when Squid was a puppy. Because his feet were so big. His legs were so long.
His little kangaroo legs.
Howdy.
He actually had very stumpy legs, but when he was a puppy, for some reason, his legs were so long. And then they just stopped growing. I just thought you would want to see this Osiris with his long legs. Thank you for the squid appreciation spam.
Squid appreciate it. Everyone watching, please follow the boy howdy sound effect. It's such a quality change for the stream. I did like the siren, but man, I know it annoyed some people.
Checking Discord now.
So, but yeah. So stay tuned. I will know probably in the next. My goal, if everything goes correctly, I want to give everyone at least a month to kind of save up, set money aside. I would love to be able to launch the group buy for the Squid 60 in July. It will most likely be a limited order, but I will have at minimum I will have 40 boards available.
Eric sent me this.
Hmm.
He's so cute. Oh my god.
Hmm.
Aww.
Cute.
Brothers.
He was like cuddling.
They're hugging.
Yeah, you can put it in the. You should put it in the camera.
Hugging. They're best friends. I've never seen two dogs that loved each other as much as they did. So how about the poly benefits?
Poly benefits. Sorry. So one, lighter. Some boards, you know, sometimes. Well, I love the Baka. I love that it's 5 pounds. Sometimes it's hard to move, which is good when it's sitting there. I find that polycarbonate boards with a thockier switch, like a Holy Panda or a Cream, has a very nice, warm sound signature to it. You have the ability for RGB. I personally am not a huge fan of RGB. I think it can be, it can be cool on some boards, but with the keycaps, I know.
I want a divorce.
That's fair. I mean, you have your 65%. I hate my RGB.
If we
so.
can get through that, we can get through
Get
anything.
through anything, exactly. That's, I mean, outside of that, you know, I will say the Singa polycarb I like that it's a little bit lighter. It's nice to be able to move something around a little easier. And the sound of it is amazing. I think it sounds beautiful. And it's just unique. The other big benefit, polycarb boards pretty much match every single key set.
I have Holy Panda and a polycarb TKL with a PET plate. The sound is so good.
Oh, I bet. I fucking bet, Alex. So, guys, if you don't know, if you have joining us since the last time I announced this, we are doing the Clackers Care train stream, if you will. This is a charity stream benefiting, I just went complete Direct Relief. I'm sorry, I went blank on the name for a second. They are helping the front lines and helping fight the good fight against COVID-19. It is going to help provide healthcare equipment and medicines. They have already, this is crazy, so they've already given $277 million in medical aid, 2.4 million pounds of medicine and supplies, over 11,000 deliveries. They are one of the top 10 charities in the world. Not only can you just donate directly, you can also join the silent auction.
We back?
We back? Anybody?
Are we back?
We back?
Yay!
We're back. Sorry. I just got a notification on Windows and it says OBS is down.
It's like I'm done.
Osiris, did it officially stop or did it do the like disconnect thing? I don't have Twitch open at the moment, just OBS.
It did the disconnect.
Nice. Or maybe, I don't know. The like oh things. Little hiccups. No worries. We're back. What's a stream without having a problem, right? Petrone, thank you for the 2-month sub. Yeah, that face, that emote. Seems like only disconnected. Yeah, for those who don't know, one way to get around this, and we figured this out. So if you shut down OBS, like if I go hit X on OBS, that's the same as me stopping the stream. If you lose power, it will go to the disconnect thing. So what you can also do to make it seem like OBS shut down randomly is you just go into Task Manager and force the task to quit. So what we discovered through some trial and error is that if you do that, you can actually force OBS to quit. Twitch will, that's relatively new in the last year. Twitch will display that quick disconnect message, and then you can just open OBS and get right back to it, which is what I did because it said disconnect. OBS is not responding. And so, thank you, Hero.
It's very,
very fragrant.
yes.
So if you are a streamer and OBS crashes, don't hit the X. What you want to do is Control-Alt-Delete, or just get to your task manager, force it to quit to make OBS thinks it crashed, and then open it back up. So crash imminent, yeah. Twitch may just be having some struggle bus. We're gonna keep this train rolling though. We got Stash builds boards here in an hour and 7 minutes. This board is getting.
Let's be your personal fainer.
It's getting close. Getting real close to being at least soldered. Got to make sure everything works. Of course, I'm very excited to get this board to Metallic Charles. So, Stash, you said you're rebuilding your OSA. So back-to-back OSAs. I'm okay with that.
Sorry, I'm just like.
Oh, you're good.
In the line of fire here.
I'm used to it.
Yes, you're not a true keeper until you get solder in your face.
Exactly. Different plate and switches though. Yeah. It's fun to see. It's fun to see the same board built twice though. Like, yeah. Just like spit on myself.
Nice. Did you use plate foam?
No, I have plate foam. Well, Metallic Charles has plate foam, but he has insisted that I do not use it, along with not using bump-ons. So,
You know, like
which will probably forever be the strangest keyboard request I have ever gotten,
Twitch again.
and it's gone.
Are we done?
We're green. Says green. What's happening? My OBS is bouncing between green and red. How are we doing? We back?
Okay.
This has to be, I imagine this is probably on Twitch's end. I think it's probably hiccuping.
So it keeps cutting out. Good now.
Lower your bit rate. Alright, I will in just a moment.
Enjoy your food.
Who's getting some food?
Stash.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's the daytime. The neighborhood kids are all using that.
Streaming. Bitrate has been lowered. That should also help.
Fingers crossed.
I think we're done soldering, but I don't want to make the cardinal mistake of turning off the soldering iron before I feel like I'm actually done. I think we're good. Let's start to see.
Here is a nice touch.
You know, every
Beard hair.
let's do. Let's get this bread.
David Icy might look into a new soldering kit.
Three.
Adios.
Good night, y'all. Post a picture of the finished keyboard in Discord. Don't want to miss out. Yeah, I'll put it in keyboard pictures.
Is it bad? I keep thinking the Windows notifications is mine.
Oh, sorry. Man, did I miss a few? Not my best effort, apparently.
That's okay. It's because I'm here. Distracting you.
I think this is function. Yeah. No. What is function? That's home. Alright, let's see.
Boy howdy, that family talk. Where is Chewy's home base?
Home base? Dallas, Texas. Man, I even looked at these and I just straight up missed them. There's that one, and then 3. Yep.
You can do it. I believe.
I believe I can fly. Alright, just getting the last bits because your boy missed a couple pegs, but you know what? That's okay. That's why we don't turn off our iron. Come on. 3's working. Backspace. Minus. We got there, boys. Although I have no idea what this is. There it is. Ooh, oh.
He said, "Woo, big suey."
Alright. We're going to... Can you pick a desk mat from the bottom drawer?
Hello, Racing Giraffe.
Racing Giraffe, how's it going, man? How's that tofu doing, man?
You know which one I'm gonna pick.
Floral. Sorry. Just a quick rearrange. Those are laser gats. They are. They are of the 70-gram variety. What keep is that? It is this is the Singa V1.
Are you just putting it over it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put foam in it and see how it sounds. Hell yeah, dude. Let us know your thoughts. So the light stand, it'll probably just rest on top of it, which is fine. Pretty.
Always reminds me of Pioneer Woman,
It does.
of who I am a huge fan. So
We are both big fans of Pioneer Woman. Technically, our honeymoon.
a year after we were married. Oh
No,
oh,
our
you mean-
first little
oh,
honeymoon.
okay.
So when we got married, Doodle Bob had to go to a two week long training. Got married on the Saturday. She was on the road to Oklahoma on Monday for a 2 week long training. So I got married and then lived the bachelor life for 2 weeks immediately after. I don't know why I put the Nanch set up because I'm literally about to use it, but
Well, you drove me down there, so
I did. Actually, I don't think I drove you up. I think your sister was down from the wedding.
But I thought you stayed Because we were making jokes to my sister that like we wanted the honeymoon suite. I thought you were gonna.
Yeah,
like,
well, I came down to get you
I
at the
don't remember.
end.
Oh, it was at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, gonna be building a single V2. Looks so beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. Dutch Master, like, I can't tell you how awesome this board is. It's awesome. What keeb is that? Yeah, we already answered that one. So we're gonna get. Sorry for the yawns. This is usually our nap time.
Here lately.
We nap hard. All right, it's.
Maybe I should go get the rest of my coffee when I'm finished.
There you go.
I think I'll do that. You want anything?
I've got water.
Alright.
Good, thank you.
Running over bubble wrap.
So I'm gonna get this in with the screws that were mailed to me. So sorry for the technical difficulties earlier, but we are back in business. Be sure to stick around. We've got stuff going on all night. All day tomorrow. Snorp 411. Welcome, welcome. So this is a top mounted board, for those wondering, if you can tell by this. So the plate screws into the top, and then the bottom screws into the top. So Lansky, absolutely. Zizo do not have a Bauer tag. While I would love to have a crap ton of board tags, I can tell you that the Bauer is an isolation mount 65% wind keyless keyboard designed by Dixie Mech, PCB designed by Wilba, and is a fantastic board.
Can confirm.
My wife uses it every single day. Where are those two screws?
Got my extra long straw.
Hell yeah. Where? Got two screws around here.
Is it this one?
That is one of them. That is the one.
I thought I was the one.
You are the one. I'll be the one. You Backstreet Boys fans here?
Any
Backstreet Boys fans?
Here in 2020.
Here in 2020? Where my Backstreet Boysers at?
Backstreet Boysers.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nah, NSYNC gang.
NSYNC gang.
¿Por qué no los dos?
They're both just the best.
I was a fan of both as a child.
I listened to both, but I was a diehard Backstreet Boys fan. I was way more of a Backstreet Boys.
I went to a Backstreet Boys concert.
Oof.
And I made my sister really mad. I've told you that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're at the Backstreet Boys concert, you know, as one does.
As one does, yeah, exactly.
And my sister, who's like 2 years older than me, I don't even know how old we were. We must have been like elementary school aged. Or like, I don't know. I don't remember. But we went to a concert and Nick, I believe it was.
Nick Carter?
Nick, yes. He waved, and I was convinced, because I'm a child, that it was a personal wave to me specifically. And so I told my sister it was a personal wave. And she got really mad at me, and we like fought over it. I was like, he gave me a personal wave. It wasn't for you.
I love it.
Mind you, this is in the middle of the concert where there are hundreds and hundreds of people, but it was for me. I know.
Of course it was. He'd be crazy not to
Yeah.
wave at you.
Nick Carter, where you at?
I bet if we asked Nick Carter today, he'd look at her and go, "Absolutely, I waved at her and not your sister." All right, completed. Let's hide this real quick.
It was Thank you, Racing Giraffe. I appreciate you.
Two-tone, really cool, unique board. Pink and gray with some laser switches. We'll get the caps on here in a minute. We're just taking our time. We got another 52 minutes.
That's a lot.
That is hot.
Got Paris Hilton in the chat. That's hot.
That's hot.
That's what you would say, right?
I believe so.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Oh my god.
You want to help? If not, don't worry.
What do you want me to do?
Put caps on.
I feel like I don't know where anything goes because of this layout.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
I think I'll let you handle it. Maybe another day we can have a doodle board.
If you guys
Doodle
would be
board,
interested,
doodle board.
we have tossed around the idea of now. Doodlebob has never. She has shown interest in building a board,
Have I?
like helping out. or
Yeah.
something, helping out. But she has not built a board herself. If that is something that would interest you, let us know. We can
You
have.
see me royally screw up for 2 hours. Let me know.
We'll find out. Even better, we'll have Osiris criticize her the entire time.
Please no.
You gonna solder the pads like that, or?
I don't know. How would you like me to do it?
Armickey 1615. Yes. Scuff streams are best streams.
Makes for good entertainment.
Absolutely.
So what I'm hearing is you guys want to laugh at me. Okay, sounds good.
God, I really don't know where anything goes on this board. I'm
I
like-
know, that's why I was like, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
like, nope, not that one.
Your fan's like blowing my hair in my face. It's like,
We can turn this off.
no, it's not. I think it's the one on your
I
desk.
got this one
Oh,
turned.
I don't know. Turn it back on now. It's like significantly hot. It's just like tickling my face.
Oh, that is unique. I will add that last.
Laugh with you, not at you. Thank you.
Let's see. Let me. Okay, that's how we're doing it.
You know, it would really get your stream time up because I would probably make so many mistakes that it would take me like 6 hours.
Thank you, Metal Chuck. I have fixed, and I will save that for last. I'm just going to build it exactly how it is on the picture. I imagine that is what you want. Laugh with you, yep. But thank you guys again for joining us. If you are relatively new, and you have not figured out, this is Doodlebob, my amazing wife. She has joined me for today. Share some stories about our dog. Share some good food. We'll get back into some food here in just a second because, I mean, it's the one thing that we can all agree on, that we like food. Maybe not agree on what type of food we like, but we like food at the end of the day.
That's fair.
So
Oof. Getting that.
always like you're cooking. OP. So, but I'm very excited. I will actually be building mine of this soon. So long story short, the first time I built this board, I built it with creams and I really loved it, but I also loved the creams. And then I took the creams out because I wanted to put them in something else. Long story short, I wound up getting more creams and I wound up gifting my creams to some really good friends of mine. And so, but I put Zycos in my OSA. My sushi order is going to get here in 20 minutes. Now I'm jealous because now I want sushi.
Hell yeah.
We have like a growing list of food next week. We get paid next week. We have like this list of like, we're going to go here and we're going to go here.
Well, we're not going to go.
Not going to go, yes. We're going to get delivered or curbside pick up that. Because we have a couple times just gotten in the car just to get out and drive around for a sec and just
go to like Sonic or something, get a drink.
Grab a drink, take the long way, go to a further away Sonic.
Go to the further away Sonic for a special treat.
Let's go to the nice Sonic that's like an extra 3 miles away. I just dropped that.
You sure did.
It's not a Chewy stream unless you drop a bunch
like
of shit.
Down there. I don't even know where. What did you drop? It's a cap?
Of course, a gray one.
I think it's
hard to see.
I think it went behind the fan. I don't see it. It's probably
it's
back
down
there.
here.
Oh, it must have bounced because I saw it go. Ow.
Sorry.
I saw it go down there and then I guess it bounced back.
It bounced back.
Oh.
Quirt.
Qwerty boys.
Qwerty boys!
I think that's what I said on our Qwerty Club or something.
Qwerty Club.
On when we played Jackbox on the stream.
I'm gonna keep this off.
Although with this one it's really Quert.
Quert.
E. Quert E.
E. So, anybody else got other weekend plans? I know that part of it is watching some of these streams. You building anything? One of my favorite things that I used to do before I started building on stream was build boards to... I loved building to like just a TV show or something, but I also enjoyed working on stuff while watching Top Clack. That was one of my favorite things to do. So what are you guys going to be doing? Difference between OSA Alice and TGR Alice. This does not exist on the Alice. This little bump. The Alice comes to a point where this kind of edges off some. Other than that, it's really not that different. So I have been corrected, and Metallic Charles did something amazing. So instead of having the N key, he decided that for 8008 to put B00B right at the bottom of the board. This is your completed OSA in pink, hot pink, the 8008 OSA with the perfect setup for B00B. So cuts out. Oh, it's red again.
Well.
Sexy key. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're still struggling.
I was wondering why people weren't appreciating B00B.
People like the B00B.
Everybody likes B00B.
Checking the stream health real quick, making sure our Bitrate's still pretty. I'm gonna lower the output bitrate again.
It's a struggle.
Gonna lose a little quality, but that should help with overall statistics of upload. Yeah, the logo infill would be nice. Struggling right now. It's, man. Sorry, I know this is, if I'm even live right now, I know this is having a hard time. In just a moment. Our internet's doing amazing right now. Twitch just must be having a hard time because just checked our internet and it's doing just fine, so. I've lowered the bit rate, big buffer. My apologies. Man, this is annoying. I'm gonna give it a minute before we go back. If you can hear, might have been Twitch. I think it's Twitch because I've checked our internet. I have now halved our bitrate, my bitrate. But the bitrate coming to Twitch is struggling.
It's better now.
Better now. All right, 2% CPU, 24%. Better. We're kicking back. We're getting back. Yep. Starting to recover on Twitch side. Yeah. Disco, I don't know if you had any problems with Twitch earlier during your stream.
Green.
We're green. We're back. We're back, baby. I'm gonna give it a minute to kind of settle before we do an audio test. Spectrum is amazing, isn't it? But I don't think it's the internet. I think it's Twitch because like I did a tested our internet and our internet's actually overperforming at the moment. So you have a desync between audio and face cam. I could fix that, but it would be annoying. And I'm just gonna change scenes real quick and see if that works. Bob. Don't think so? No, that's strange. We have recovered though. So we're gonna get an audio test for this. So once again, OSA, brass plate, Gatoron laser switches, lube with 205 grade 0. These are 70-gram springs. And this is a top mounted board. Nope. I've got to do one thing and I've already messed up. The OSA broke Twitch. Absolutely. Nothing serious, but if we're going to do an audio test, I should probably put the foam in there, huh?
But he didn't want the foam. He does want the foam?
Yes, he doesn't want this foam.
Oh.
All good now. Yeah, we're back. We're back better than ever. Sometimes, it'd be like that sometimes, right? Whose OSA is this? This is Metallic Charles. He's in the chat. He has been waiting for this bad boy for a hot minute.
It looks more vibrant than the camera.
It does look a lot more vibrant in the camera.
It's not quite that hot.
Seems to be working fine. Okay, that's good. I did lower the... I have lowered the bitrate some, so that should also help a lot. But yeah, like I said, it is... I'll see on face cam if it's better on face cam. One with, one without foam. I mean, we've got time. I'll just get back to screwing.
Get back to screwing.
Back to screwing.
Max on deck, spending our time screwing.
One with, one without. Why not? Screws are already there. Everything's already ready.
Might as well.
You know, if the screws get ruined, what keyboard OSA? Damn, where it's, man. Metal Chuck, I'm excited. Oh, that
I know, I got distracted with cute dog.
We have there's a relatively new neighbor moved in with a schnauzer, like not a miniature, but a...
That wasn't the schnauzer.
Yeah, that's the dude.
That was a bigger dog.
Well, it's not a miniature schnauzer, it's a full-size schnauzer.
I know, but it didn't look like schnauzer. Maybe it was. I don't know.
So it is actually a Cerakote. Yeah, I'd say it's better on face cam. Yeah, definitely. Can you hit bottom left?
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. I'm just being goofy.
Oh. I was like, am I supposed to be doing something?
No.
I wasn't trained for this.
Alright. So we are going to... I'm going to mute audio. Whoop. And let's get a quick typing sound. So this is without the foam. I'm going to try and... I'm leaving the foam here to indicate that. Once again, this is a dynamic microphone. It's not really the greatest for typing sounds. It will pick up enough. Where my positioned mic is, I can't really show it in the middle. But we, once again, laser Gatoron switches, 70 grams in a brass plate looped with 205 grade 0. That B, the double B is throwing me off. All right. So that is the first sound test without the foam. We are now going to test it with the foam.
For sure.
It's seen better days.
Yep. This used to be like a little surfboard sticking out of his mouth.
It looks like a tongue, but...
It was a little surfboard, but... I gotta say though, whoever made this toy, they did a great job, because as much as he tugged on this, it's still securely in the little shark's mouth.
Major props.
And he loves some tug of war.
So once again, guys, we are streaming for charity, for direct relief, for the Clackers Care event. We've got stash builds boards coming up soon. If you are able to donate, please donate. Helps the front lines in the fight against COVID-19 to try and end this pandemic. We also there's also an auction with some amazing stuff, some awesome artisans. A set of GMK Terminal that I thought about bidding on, but unfortunately is already quite high for my taste. As well as a Bauer and FC65 and a Key Colt number 1.
I thought it was blood in the water.
Blood.
Got my hair in it.
What?
R.I.P. former birdie toy. He loved his toys.
He loved his toys. And we keep finding them too. Like, he had little hiding spots for all of his toys.
Yeah.
Almost 4K for the Key Colt. Hell yeah.
It's like happy but sad when we find them.
I feel like there was one more. Oh, so this upcoming week we will be back to normal streaming. Cyrus and I are excited to get back into it. We should have any chance for a public group by OSA. I'm not going to say no, but at this time, there is no plans. Now, I cannot speak for Blind Assassin. I don't think he has made the statement, I refuse to run a public group buy for the OSA, but I also don't know if he is, I don't know at this time. But we plan on getting right back into it this upcoming week, starting Monday, with our normal show. We have a build Tuesday. Osiris will be building. We are not announcing it yet because we are just trying to make sure we get the board in before we make an announcement. And then Wednesday we will have. We're just making sure we had to do a reschedule of some guests. So more information will be on that tomorrow. Once we finalize our schedule, I will release it tomorrow. But thank you guys very much for being patient. It's been, it's been a tough week, but I really appreciate getting a chance to. Can you show us the board and face cam full screen, please? I will. For giving us a chance to just take a minute. That really does look cool. This looks pretty sick. So no bump-ons per request. And yes, I do say that kind of passive-aggressively. So, quite a good Cerakote job. Yep. So this is with foam. So I'm gonna, once again, dynamic microphone. It's not gonna be the best for picking up the sounds. But take what you will. I'm gonna sit here and listen to it, and we'll see how it does. But I'm gonna mute. Give me just 1 second. So, like I previously stated, the reason it's kind of off to the side is my mic does not reach all the way to the middle because it sits behind my monitor. But this is the same board. It is a Gateron laser switches 70 gram linears lubed with 205 grade 0. This has the case foam in it. And we're back. It sounds really good. How does it sound?
Great.
I think it does. I don't know I don't know if it looks better or sounds better. I'll probably say it looks better than it sounds. Mainly because it's not as loud as I would love a keyboard to be. I think the foam really stabs our Duroc from Novel Keys. I think the foam kind of makes it like it's, I don't know, it's less of like it's more punchy. It's very like, you know, not as vibration-y. It's not as long. It's just very like, so yeah.
It's like very soft.
Right?
Kind of squishy. Not really for me.
Not a linear. Looks very nice. I'm excited to. I'm sitting here trying. So this layout always has me second guess if I put the caps on correctly.
Looks right to me.
End key. Well, there is no end key because it is B00B. So actually, I wasn't sent any other keys. I was sent a bag with these caps in it. So. Very excited. This will be going out in the mail on Monday, which means yes, I will probably be using it for this for the next day. So we're going red again. We're just struggling today. Struggle bus.
Stream can't handle me.
Stream can't handle the awesomeness that is Doodle Bob. Rip. There it goes again.
We red boys.
We're red. Hopefully, if you can just start messaging, you know, yes or no. If you can hear us, say yes. If not, say no.
If you can't hear us.
If you can't hear us, say no. Top tiered stream. Top tier. Hello, nice keyboard. Yes, yes. Hey. We got there. Hell yeah. It's struggling, just buffering. Yeah, sorry guys. But yeah, I will be building my OSA. I got some alpacas in recently.
No Cheeto fingers.
No Cheeto fingers. No Cheeto fingers. I don't.
No.
Honestly, I'll
around with Cheeto fingers like all the time.
Exactly. Honestly, I'll probably use it for like 10 minutes because I'm always too afraid to I'm too afraid to like slam something into it. So, yeah, they do look hot as shit on this board. Sorry, hot as fuck. Mind you, this camera is a little bit more saturated. It's a little, this color is a lot less hot. So, did you build it? You said. I did. I just completed building this keyboard.
Matches with the mat very nicely.
It does. It does, very much so. The best, I mean, this is a high-end keyboard. This is an amazing, like, it's, you know, it's number 7, I believe. Number 7 of 20 of these OSAs. It's got fantastic switches with a truly great keycap set. New to the keyboard world. Well, welcome. We build keyboards and we talk about keyboards here. Welcome. We sell keyboards and keyboard accessories. We don't sell anything, which has been a confusing topic for some people on Instagram. But no, we do not provide products or anything other than content. But where did my alerts went away? This keeps trying to hide. Victor Pre 1, thank you for the follow. Touch, thank you for the follow. Petron 712, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I'm just going back. For whatever reason, OSA has just been a joke to me. Yes, King of the Hill.
Key of the Hill.
Key of the Hill. Keyboard of the Hill. What do you think of the K board in Group Buy right now? Is that the one that looks kind of like what like if a Key Colt number 2 and a Rama M60A had a baby? Is that the board I'm thinking of? Yes. I believe it only comes in HHKB, which I'm not a fan. I think it looks nice. Nope. If I just look up K, it's not going to work. I believe it's only... Okay, it does have standard layout. It's fine, but I think the just silver is just kind of plain. It's kind of plain Jane, and I like stiff... stiff plates. And it looks like this plate is half plate, which I'm not a fan of. I guess maybe you can get extra ones. Not for me. It's not something I will be purchasing. It takes design cues from the number 2. Yeah. They have a standard 62. It looks cool. I don't think it's a bad keyboard, but there's only really one 60% that I am eyeballing right now, which is the Tend, which just finally got fully announced. So that's really the only one that I'm like, twiddling my thumbs for, I guess, at the moment. So, what about you? What keyboards do you want? Other than polycarbonate everything.
The one that you showed me yesterday, I don't remember what it was.
The KBD 67 Mark II in purple.
I think it would match well with the
pastel
rainbow.
As always, $600. Yeah. There are boards that are half that price that are really, really good. That are going to be... I mean, the gasket 00 was like almost a third of that price. Pseudo Smile, what's up? How's it going? We got about 19 minutes. If you guys want to ask Squid60, I can go over that again here in just a minute. If you guys want to ask Doodlebob anything about keyboards or cooking, we've got about 19 minutes before we wrap this up. What keyboard are you looking forward to, Chewy? Sorry, I missed that. Probably the Tend, which is the Fiel gasket mount. And then there's a board in a private buy that I'm very excited to get. Any thoughts on heavy metal boards? I haven't really seen them. They look really cool. I know my buddy Will, one of our moderators, really wants one. Do you know some cheap kits in Group Buy right now? At this moment, I mean, 5 Degree and Tofu is the way to go for like cheaper kits. So, silver or polycarb KBD 67 Mark II. Like, which one would I get? Probably polycarb, because I would get it for you, and I know you would rather have rainbow than just plain silver. Although honestly, we'd probably get Cerakoted if we had to choose. It did sell out. My Luna is 60% HHKB, and to be honest, I love it. Did you get on the 7V? I did not. Honestly, not a fan of that 75% layout. I think it's a... We're red again? Sounds about right. Yay. Quick hiccup. I think the design of it is fantastic, but I think the layout is great. Primus, I need to double check because that was my next option. Yes, I did just try and type on a board not plugged in. That's not how you spell Primus. I want to say, if I remember, if it's the the layout that I think it is, I will be very stoked for it. The only thing I'm not a fan of is on the interest check. The pictures are like non-existent.
I was wondering that.
Yes. Honestly, the Primus is something that I will have a hard time saying no to. But I would have to trade something out because I'm getting to that point where I need to start cycling out some boards. The Primus is my favorite, probably my favorite 75% layout, or a close tie with this. Because the Primus just takes out 2 of these keys and then spaces out your F-row. Not a fan of the Primus. Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody. Look out for the Arc 80. I don't remember what the Arc 80 is. Oh, that's for Chronoman. I was excited the Primus, but looking at it more, and now I'm not. Teach their own, man. I've seen the Dawn 75%. Is that the one that didn't have arrow keys? Why do I type?
Camel Fat Festival is what came up. You don't like that, do you? You like the thick boys?
I do like the thick boys. It's alright. I like the layout, but
I'm not a fan of that.
it's not jumping out at me. There was a 75% board, though, that they were going to do a layout that did not have arrow keys, and I was fucking pumped on that. F13 win keyless. I would love an F13 win keyless board. Yo, you want to give away that keyboard to me? I'm going to mail it to somebody else, but I can tell you that if you ever get the chance to get your hands on an OSA, a hard yes to that decision. What do you think of the Southpaw key from Canon Keys? That is... Which one is that? That is... Isn't that like a 40%? Do we have any updates? Clarabelle, the cow one.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's like 40% with... Here, let's do something here. Let's... Whoop. Let's take us to the website.
We're here.
So this is it. It's like a it looks to be like a 40% with a left aligned arrow key and numpad. Big badge. I have nothing against it. I won't buy it personally. That's not to say that I think it's a bad board. I just could not see myself using this layout. How about you?
It's weird, but
Weird, bud.
it does say Southpaw, so
I appreciate what.
imagine
Yeah, it's for people
lefties.
that lefties.
which I am not.
So I mean, it's cool. I like that. I like the theme with the cow.
I do like the look of.
That's a cool PCB though.
I do like the look of the. I don't know the name for it, but the little cow part.
The badge.
I guess so. Although obviously I wouldn't really be super into the cow, but I mean it's cool. I like the little like accent.
PCB is lit.
Oh,
It doesn't have a number row, so it's like a 40%.
I don't know why, but like looking at it just makes me kind of uncomfortable. Like I'm like, that doesn't look right.
It's unsettling.
Yeah.
My grandmother's name was Clara Bell. I have one board that has a numpad. I don't see myself ever getting another board that has a numpad. They're very large. I'm used to not having it, but I have one. So if I'm ever like, oh, let's make a bunch of here, if you want to control it, the mouse. I'm making a bunch of yeah, you know, like Excel stuff to do. It's great to whip that out, and I call it my get shit done board. So that looks clean. Once again, it's just layout wise.
Oh, it's so weird.
Wife is obsessed with cows. She shall never see this board. PC looks good. It'll look good with that PCB too. Like right now it's green, but that's just renders. But they rendered the PCB.
It just makes me so uncomfortable.
Unsettling. So,
I mean, it looks good.
It looks good. It looks clean.
It just, for me, makes me feel strange.
It makes me feel things. Not good things.
Not good things.
But things.
It's art.
It is art.
It makes you feel.
Usually just run extra notepad. Speaking of magnets, I'm super hyped for the lodestone. I hope it works. I know that they've basically said I'm holding your. I know they said that they're like, we're gonna try and make sure it works before we do anything, and that there is a chance that it just does not work. Why is this? Why is chat in the middle? Hold on, sorry. Whatever reason, chat decided to take a trip. But let's see. Yeah, it's like the board is, it gives, but like the magnets prevent it from touching, but it prevents it from also like separating. It's quite strange. Unique, absolutely. Yeah, what Gio says, it's going to be interesting. I hope it works. I think it, you know, I'm not, smarter people than me are designing that board. So yeah, loving the concept. I think personally, I think it will be really cool, but like not, it's kind of one of those, if there's good proof of concept and it works, if it works, then it's just cool that it works. It doesn't need to be the next big thing. But if it works, then it's like, this is a really cool, like, I don't want to call it a gimmick board, but it's kind of a gimmick board. See the number 3. Honestly, I mean, it looked like the design, and if they can get the machining right, if Salvin can get the machining right on that, it's going to be insane. Personally, not a huge fan. I think it looks like a phoenix tail. Worry about the risk of magnetic damage to the PCB. Anyways, guys, one last time, like I said, the Baka 60 will be... the Baka 60 is going to be renamed the Squid 60 in honor of my dog and our dog that passed away recently. The group buy, I want to get going relatively soon, but I will also make sure to give it about 3 to 4 weeks before I will announce when the group buy is going to launch, and then that announcement there will be at least 1 month between when it's announced and when it goes live, so people have time to save for it. I don't know much more details other than that, and other than unfortunately, we were hit with quite a few vet bills, and that this board is going to help fund said vet bills to help us, because unfortunately, you know, we were willing to go to the end of the earth for our dog, and I want to honor him in one way or another. So where's the link to donate to Direct Relief, which is why we are here. Should be able to go there. Wallet burner. So we got about $500 raised on this stream. Thank you very much. I definitely extremely appreciate it. Direct Relief is an amazing cause helping fight the front lines against COVID. So we're going to be doing this stream is going to be going on until tomorrow night. We're going to be it's like each streamer is told to raid the next person. We're going to be raiding Stash here in about 5 minutes. So thank you guys for, make sure you check out the silent auction if you want to pick up some awesome stuff like artisans, or keyboards or key sets and just switches, all that cool stuff. And just let's keep this charity train rolling. So thank you guys for the followers as well. Real quick, shout to Mechs on Deck sponsors, Dixie Mech Project Keyboards. Sorry, I haven't done this in a week. Dixie Mech Project Keyboards, Canon Keys, as well. Here, let me just type it out because honestly, I'm just like brain fried from not doing this. I do this every other day. Sponsors, guys. Sponsors. I almost did it again. Sorry. So Dixie Mech, Canon Keys, Project Keyboards. Thank you guys for the sponsors. Switchmod.net. You can use any of these links as well as our partners, Type Beast. We have not added Smith & Rune as a partner, as well as Zap Cables. So be sure to check that out. We're going to go to Facecam. So be sure to check all that guys out. This week we've got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday stream. Wallet burner donating $25. Or Jake clap. So yeah, thanks Visionaire. Reach out to him on Discord. Reach out to him on Twitch. Like, he did so much work into this. He did such an amazing job setting all of this up. Thank you for letting us be here. So I know we had a long conversation because he was being very patient with me in my decision of whether or not to do this. So I was very thankful. So thank you personally, Visionaire. Guys, keep watching the streams. Like I said, we're just gonna be I'm basically waiting for Stash to hop in. And thanks to my lovely wife Doodle Bob. So thank you very much for joining me on stream. I know you haven't talked much in the last like 15
got
minutes.
very keyboardy.
It got a little keyboardy.
On a keyboard stream, I'm surprised.
Helps do well. Thank you, Visionary. I just like talking. Let's be real. Oh, absolutely.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who has sent us hearts and love and nice comments about Squid. It's been really helpful to help us get through it, and we're starting to be able to remember the happy moments and not be as sad. I mean, it's still sad every day, but it helps a lot. And also we want to shout out to Grindbox and Jinly Bean and Lang for being there for us and kind of helping us through this. We love you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more shout out to Dixie Mech, who gave us these lovely flowers. You can kind of see right here. Just truly, this community is unbelievable and continues to surprise me each and every day. So thank you. Like, the amount of support is insane. I feel like I'm having a Billy. What's up, guys? Just hiding behind chat? No, I'm over here now. If you're wondering, yes, my hair is still kind of green. I'm gonna hit it again. Actually, I think someone on Instagram hit me up and was like, hey, I'll send you some stuff to like actually turn it turquoise. So we might try again.
I mean, I tried to do mine purple, and I've watched it a few times now, and it's almost back.
We're getting there. We're getting there. How we got? Stash is live, so we're gonna go raid him. Give me 1 second to set that up. What are we gonna say? What are we gonna say? We're gonna say Squid's the best boy.
Little Sharky. Squid 60.
So copy paste that. Let's raid stash builds, guys. Clackers, Clackers Care stream. Part 3 is over. Part 4, the stash. Please support Direct Relief. Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you, just everyone. Thank you, and enjoy the next part of this stream.